This right here is very, very annoying. So let me say, this is the key to my 2011 Lancer. As you can see right here on the top, the plastic part has broken. That happened like probably 2 years after I got the car. I was getting out of the car, dropped the keys, it broke. I bought the car secondhand, I was the second owner, so I only got one key. Once that happened, I went onto Amazon, I tried to find these, found one that was blank, and I went to Walmart and like had the key cut and tried to put my chip inside of it. Didn't work. I found another one that was just a plastic casing. It had a panic button here, so there was a ginormous hole which would have got water inside. Not panic button, trunk button. Didn't work. So after a little bit of trial and error with a couple from local stores like AutoZone, I kind of just gave up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to have two sets of keys. I'm going to have a little key ring. I just lost my keys with my wife's $400 car key on it. This is now my little key ring. Basically, I just have two. I have my car key and then all my other keys on this. It's great, but the issue is sometimes I lose one or the other. So I have some zip ties. I tried it like a week ago, as you can see from the zip ties on here, but now I know exactly how to do it a little better. It may be a little bit rigged, but honestly, it works. You take a couple of thin zip ties and boom, you have a key back on your key ring that is not going to fall off. So let me set this up and show you what I mean. Alright, so here's what I have. Just a couple of clear zip ties, and these are some smaller ones. Now, I had a big variety pack here from my office, but basically you really just need, a few zip ties. Normal length. They don't need to be the super strong ones, just basic small zip ties. Alright, so essentially what you're going to do with this is you're trying to basically make an X over the back with these two zip ties. So what that actually did last time was I just went ahead and tied these together just a little bit like this. I realized that I just didn't loop that, so that's not going to work. There we go. So you slide your key inside like so. I would suggest keeping these on this side because you don't want them on this side with the key because it can make it hard to crank. You slowly tighten both of these. And then you will have an X. Now, here's the thing though. This was how I did it last time and it did not work correctly. That's why now I know that I needed these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one through and loop it on this end. And then I'm going to take this one through and loop it on the other end. And this is basically, once I pull these tight, it's going to make it to where it's just not able to slide off. Alright, so as I tighten this and tighten this, it's now as tight as it needs to be. And then I can just bring this zip tie down and this zip tie down. Now on mine it probably looks funny. Let me also say none of my buttons work. This whole remote, it's dead. It just cranks my car. So this may not work if your buttons are actually good. I guess it just kind of depends. Either way, now that I have this on like this, I can grab some scissors real quick. I'm going to grab one more clear zip tie. Put it right through here, and just kind of run this zip tie through this, like so. Alright, so these are tight, these are tight. Let's cut off these. There you go. You have a rigged key that will allow you to crank your car, and basically now I won't really lose this because it's not going to go anywhere. It can't slide off. I don't have any sandpaper on me here at work, but I am going to use sandpaper or something to dull down the plastic here. I would highly recommend that. Also, you can do it slightly different and bring it over here more to where your loop's more like this. I just didn't do that. For me, it works. A lot of people will look at this and be like, dude, this is the stupidest thing I've ever saw. But I mean, trust me when I say I tried everything to get a key to work and just couldn't. So for me, this was like a last resort. I saw these zip ties and I'm like, dude, I can zip ties around my key and then fix my keys to it and then just be able to crank my car and stuff and not have to have two separate keys and not have to worry about losing them. So, I mean, it works for me. All right, like I said, I feel people are gonna kind of think that I'm crazy, but dude, for me, it works, bro. All that I care about, and I'm gonna trim off some of this little rubber from the sleeve. And I bought these sleeves off Amazon. They're great, but they're so thin that they just break in like no time flat. I don't know, there may have been a better way to do this. This works for me, so I was like, you know what, I gotta turn this into a video and share it, because I am almost certain that there's other people who are gonna have key fobs that are broken and that are like this, and they've ordered some and they didn't work and they're just pulling their hair out because they have to keep a key over here and they really don't want to pay $400 for a new one. That was my issue. I don't care to pay. It was $380 for a new key. I said, no, not happening. They wanted $100 to reprogram it. They did that for free. Shouts out, thank you. But it only lasted like 2 weeks and then it unprogrammed itself. That's why my buttons don't work. But I don't care, because I put the key in the door lock and it opens it, and I put the key in the car and it cranks it, and that's all that really matters. I'm doing this so that I don't lose it. That's all that's important to me, is not losing my keys and stuff. I've never lost my keys until this year, and I still don't know where they went. I believe they're in my house still, but I have not found them, so I'm kind of losing hope. I hope you're all having a great day, though. I hope that maybe there's somebody out there who will grab 3 or 4 zip ties and rig their key like this. If you do, shoot me a photo in the comments below, leave me a message and let me know. I hope that you have a great day, though. I am going to get out of here. I am trying to make some plans for this afternoon, not certain. Hopefully tomorrow I'm going to the Budweiser plant. Again, kind of not certain, just depends on how a few things go. Hit that like button if you can, and click the subscribe button, please, because I am trying to get to 100 and then 100,000. I'm getting a play button. So, I will see you tomorrow. Deuces. It's not every day you see a Supra this clean. This thing's clean, y'all. Love this car. Would love to have one, but would never pay 30 grand for a 20-year-old car.